scattered abroad throughout the regions of Judea and Samaria, except the apostles. And so that were scattered abroad. Verse 4, therefore, they that were scattered abroad went everywhere preaching the word. Now look in Acts chapter 11, if you would. Acts chapter 11 and verse number 19. Acts chapter 11 and verse number 19. Again, referring to this fact that these people had been scattered by persecution. Verse 19, now they which were scattered abroad upon the persecution that arose about Stephen, so this is referring back to Acts 8:1, traveled as far as Phoenice and Cyprus and Antioch, preaching the word to none but unto the Jews only. Now notice that Antioch, very important. By Acts chapter 13, there was a strong church established there because of their preaching. And that was the church that sent out the Apostle Paul. Very important beginnings right here. And some of them, verse 20, were men of Cyprus and Cyrene, which, when they were come to Antioch, spake unto the Grecians, preaching the Lord Jesus. And the hand of the Lord was with them, turned unto the Lord. Hey, if you ever get discouraged soul winning, just read passages like this. At any time, the Lord can work and people can turn to Him. And so it's important for us to continue to hope in the Scriptures. And so this is a persecuted group that Peter is writing to. We see that by the word strangers, 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 1. And so that's the first point in your lesson. Point number 1, a group of strangers. A group of strangers. Now, we've already talked about where these strangers came from, which is indicated by that word, where it says strangers scattered. Okay, probably many of them were from that first Jerusalem church. But these were Christians of all backgrounds, and they were found in many different areas. You can read them there: Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia. The churches of Galatia had a letter written to them later, the Galatians, the book of Galatians. And so these were important people. These were people that were scattered. Now, doesn't that seem like a failure? We had this great church. We were in Jerusalem. Everything was going our way. People were turning to the Lord. And we had all the members. We had all the money. We had all the ministries. And then this persecution came and everything died. I mean, the church was empty. People were scattered all over the place. Does that not seem like a failure? Does that not seem like a heartbreak? Would we not look at that today and say, oh, how tragic?